Here is the Bergdahl story in a nutshell, as far as I'm concerned. The Obama administration was clearly speaking to Congress over the past couple of years about the potential for this deal. It fell through in 2012. They did not re-inform Congress. This is ostensibly a violation of a Defense Reauthorization Act. There is a section of that that said that in the event of releasing any prisoners from Guantanamo, you must inform Congress. President Obama issued a signing statement. He hasn't issued nearly as many of these as George Bush, but the quality of this one very similar to where he basically said, I'm not bound by one aspect of this law because of a constitutional prerogative in my role as president to protect American military personnel. I tend to believe that those signing statements and the nature of them are very problematic. And I also tend to believe that Congress should be consulted if that's what the law says. It sets a precedent that just like Obama has followed Bush's precedent, President Cruz may build on...
Don't even put that out there.
Well, I mean, that's my,
I understand.
May follow up on something like that as well. Nevertheless, the idea that, A, it's unprecedented to do a prisoner swap, which is what it is just bullcrap. The idea that we don't negotiate with terrorists is also bullcrap. Not only did Reagan trade with Iran at the time 1,500 missiles for the release of hostages, and this is not a hostage situation. This is 2 prisoners, or I should say 6 prisoners all told. He did it illegally, in completely contrary to a specific statute about that specifically. But there's other precedents as well. Jimmy Carter tried to negotiate with the Iranians. We've seen this in the past. So that part of the story is BS. And to the extent that Bergdahl was a deserter, we don't know that. The military does not refer to him as a deserter. It very well may be the case that he was a deserter and that he should be tried under the Uniform Code of Military Justice. But if that's to happen, then we've got to get him back here first. You don't make that determination before any type of trial. So this is all a joke, but of course the right wing is using it as their latest Benghazi because maybe Benghazi fever has died down. Here is Brian Kilmeade on Fox and Friends attacking Bowe Bergdahl's father for, yes, the fact that the guy has a beard.
Those with sources tell Fox News that in the executive branch, that they're quite baffled by the White House decision to allow the president to stand alongside Sergeant Bergdahl's father, who in the Rose Garden the past weekend has made some anti-American tweets and statements, one of which was, I'm working to free all the Gitmo prisoners. God will repay the death of every Afghan child. Yeah. Really? I mean, he says he was growing his beard because his son was in captivity. Well, your son's out now. Right. So if you really don't no longer want to look like a member of the Taliban, you don't have to look like a member of the Taliban. Are you out of razors?
You know, I'm looking at a picture here of Bowe Bergdahl and apparently a couple of his brothers. And they have these very long beards. Oh, wait a second. I'm sorry. That's not what that is a picture of. That's a picture of the Duck Dynasty guys. Unbelievable.
It's actually an exemption that if you say enough racist and homophobic things and have a reality show and promote hunting and are a Christian fundamentalist, then the beers are okay.
Then you get your American bona fides.
Then you get your
Apparently the Duck Dynasty guys were just a bunch of like prep jock guys, and they grew the beards for the show. So apparently, as long as you're growing your beard for capitalism,
right,
then it's cool.
All right, let's go to
exactly. That sounds like exactly right.